So I built a motorized bicycle. Well, I didn't really build it, I assembled it. That frame that you see there is a frame that I found just laying around. I think it was in one of our, like, near a canal here in the city. My wife and I were out bike riding and I found it, and I made a note of where it was and came back for it. And so I assembled a few new pieces. So that seat there, I got that from like a local bike shop. I think like I put in the new crank set for it. The rear derailleur and the rear cassette is new. Obviously the pedals, if it's a new crank set. That rear bike rack, the pannier holder. But I bought the motor off of Amazon, I don't know, probably about 6 months ago, quite a while ago. And it was just sort of sitting in our kitchen. Cat was sitting on it all the time, so that was kind of cool. Oh, the tires, I had that from somewhere, so I had to sort of I don't know if you can notice it, but there's some sort of mix and match of spokes, so I kind of rebuilt that tire and like straightened it and did the dishing on it and all that. But anyway, so got the motor, so I built the bike. Took me a little while to do that, ordering bits and pieces, and then for the last couple of weeks or so, I put the motor on. The one thing you notice here is that the chain here is pretty tight, because what I was finding was that I had to shrink the chain. Like I took out one link less than having than where it could fit over this. Well, I guess it's 2 links because of the way the quick link works, but it was when it was long enough to fit over the idler pulley here, it was too loose, and I had it bind up a couple times inside the drive sprocket here. So you need actually a fair bit of tension on it so that it doesn't slip off the drive sprocket. Probably especially when you're first breaking it in, where the drive sprocket's sort of wearing into the chain. Other than that, it went together pretty quickly. There is, if you notice here, they gave you it's called a paint smoking off of it. They give you for the ignition and the from the coil. So this is the coil, obviously, to providing the voltage to the spark. There's a magneto in here somewhere. I actually haven't seen it. So that magneto is sending a little bit of voltage to here. This condenses it, I think. It's a capacitor, I think, which then gives the voltage to the spark. But this is your ground wire. So you need this to be grounded, bonded somewhere on the frame of your bike or whatever your motor is, because right now the kill switch doesn't work because you're not getting rid of the voltage to the space. But if you've got this ground wire, if you got that ground wire grounded and then you hit the button, we kill the motor. So I gotta get a stake on for that and clip it on here, so I get a kill switch. I should have done it all with the clutch. So when these arrive, at least with mine, maybe if they sit for a while, the clutch, the clutch and the motor, it's engaged when they ship it. So you can look on YouTube and see what the clutches look like, but they stick to the drive housing, I think it would be. So anyways, whatever, like the clutch surface between the clutch and the drive from the motor, that sticks even though the clutch is disengaged. So it's like your clutch is engaged. So there's a YouTube video, if I remember, I'll try to stick that on there, where it tells you how to disengage that clutch like after it's arrived, because I don't know what the clutch is made of, some sort of sticky substance. So like I think you need to run the motor a bit and engage and disengage the clutch a little bit to sort of, I don't know, treat the surface of it. But essentially the main thing, the easiest thing to do is just put the spark plug in and then just like really push on the, like spin the back tire, and that like that's all I did, and it broke the bond between the clutch and the housing, and it freed it up. So anyways, yeah, kind of cool. I had to adjust the idle a little bit on it. Was idling too slow. Not much power here, because I don't know, I should look it up. For some reason I thought it was 60 cc's, so this isn't much more than a chainsaw engine. So you don't have a whole ton of juice behind you. But yeah, I think it's a 60 cc engine that I bought. Barely, I mean, it helps you a bit, but like if you're going up a hill, you're gonna have to help it by pedaling a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, kind of cool. I'll probably bop around on this a little bit. So not here in the city. Although I've been noticing a few guys zipping around the city here in Alberta. As I understand it, they're actually illegal to drive on a public right-of-way of any sort. So you're only supposed to use them on private property. Anyways, so yeah, be bopping around on this a little bit. So kind of a cool little thing. Cheap. I think it was like $180. Maybe I'll make a note of that when I find out what the price of the motor was. Oh, the nice thing about this, so the like a chainsaw and like weed eater, other two-stroke motors, other than most motorcycles, they tend to have diaphragms in them for pumping, so that way you can operate the motor in any sort of orientation, like upside down, sideways, whatever. So you're pumping from the fuel tank. This has a reservoir, so there's probably I haven't actually taken it apart, so there's probably like a float in there that allows the fuel up, so the fuel drains in, fills up the reservoir, and then as the float goes down, you know, fuel flows into it. I don't know if I said this is obviously a two-stroke engine. You can tell by how simple the block is here. Yeah, kind of cool. Maybe at some point after I get kind of tired riding around, I'll take it apart and see what's inside of it. So, but there's like 10 billion YouTube videos. This is a pretty popular little thing because of the inexpensiveness of it. So yeah, like my two-stroke motor.